Hey, y'all, we got one more speaker, y'all. He's a performer, he's a poet. He's a poet. He go by the name of Khalil Houston. He's going to bless y'all with some of his poetry. And I don't want to sit here and do all this talking. I'm going to let him come up here. If y'all don't want to listen, trust me, he's going to wake y'all up. Y'all give him a round of applause, all right? Go.
So I ain't got a lot of time right now. I got 15 minutes to do what I do. So what I'm gonna do is, if I can get through these four poems in time, I'm gonna tell a little bit about myself at the end. That's cool? Yeah. That's cool? Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna warm up. I was told to write, speak, express. In that order of command, I give you me. A vessel that was crafted beyond man's limitations, so from the dirt I rise. With the pen in hand, crafting stories of my past life, or how I used to skip across the moon while playing pool with the stars. Or how I had face-to-face conversations with the sun asking, how do you shine so bright when surrounded by darkness? My story said I was a god. That I played chess with the lions in the safari and rolled dice with the hyenas. That I played tag with the monkeys in the jungle and wrestled with the gorillas. Foot race the cheetahs and sip water with the giraffes. That I used to hunt in the sky with the eagles and feast on the ground amongst men. My story was beyond my name, describing me as a being that was out of this world. That my hair was drenched in gold, that my eyes dipped in fire, that my voice could shake the ground with the sound of a whisper, and the color of my blood was purple, so my heartbeat was the sign of royalty. That wherever I placed my foot, my presence stood firm. That when men came and shook my hand, others flee when they seen how I smiled in the face of evil, but they never knew my name. So they called me a man with no limitations. That the first time they seen me walk on water, they had dropped to their knees. But they never knew I had written my scriptures at the bottom of the sea. And the sharks taught me how to swim and eat at the same time. And the whales gave me permission to hold my breath in a world that's short on oxygen. I say this all to say, who the hell told you not to drink? Who told you to shut your mouth when you had something to say? Like, did you ever get a chance to speak your piece? Did you ever scream when you was in danger? Or did the world show another Instagram post down your throat, screaming like this, share this, be this, but as long as you never be yourself, so be in a position where your feet never leaves the ground, because dreamers always get their heads chopped off in the sky, so stay safe, stay in line. But how can one stay in line when you was always meant to stand out at all costs? But the cost of the ones that say they loved you because they accepted you for being honest. Like, ain't it funny how your own modesty can kill your dreams? Who told you that you was poor when your dreams was worth more than diamonds, but you sold them for a can of beans? Like, as long as my belly full, I'm good, master. I got foods, I got eats, I got sleeps, I got a roof over my head. But they took your imagination to build their schools, to build their churches, to build their house, to build their laws, to build their government, to build their world, and all you got was a grave. All right, next one. All right, come on, let's get through. I got 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? 15 minutes. There was a little black boy, conceived by a teenage mother who was taught that the only value she had was being a sperm collector for men. Luckily in this situation, she knew who the father was, but of course, he didn't want no parts in the decision he played in making, so here she is. Spread eagle in the delivery room by herself, sweating from labor pains with tears rolling down her eyes because she is simply scared. Scared of not knowing what the outcome is going to be for this child to be in a world where the dreams are constantly shitted on, but the doctors told her to push. So she pushed. And out came him baptized from mother's wet earth with a powerful cry that shook the walls of the room that told his mother, I'm here. Yes, you are, she said, reaching out to console him with a firm grip that spoke love and fear at the same time. She knew that this wouldn't be easy. Barely surviving in high school with a 1.2 GPA, has a mother who's a dope fiend and a whore, and consequently, her father was the nigga who sold her the dope. Statistically, she doesn't even have a chance, and neither does her son. Leaving her with the question, how the hell can a bastard child raise a bastard child? But the boy grows. Day by day, year by year, had a hard time understanding between the do's and the don'ts, but had a heart made of pure gold with eyes that pierce through souls, spirit of a protector, but mama feared the streets will make him a killer. See, he laughed at day watching cartoons, but cried at night when he heard gunshots outside the living room. He asked his mother, why do they keep shooting? She said that's the only thing that it was taught how to do, but pretty soon the gunshots became the daily soundtrack where he danced his fears away. So by 8, he seen his first dead body. By 9, he seen his mother selling her body. So now he has nobody but the streets. By 12, the only thing protecting him was a black steel piece. Tried to go to school, but the teachers didn't care to teach. Tried to go to church, but the pastor wanted a small commission fee. Tried to hit his knees and ask God, why have you forsaken me? But God seemed to be overboard of giving blessings. So he said, fuck school, fuck church, and fuck God too. Made a promise to himself to never trust no one, but if anyone got in his way, deserved his pain. So now, 16, selling drugs and robbing was his newly found religion, where supplying fiends and running from cops was the congregation, and even his mother became a member. But she overdosed off the same dope he sold her in the same year. So now it shows that the cycles never really disappear. Fast forward to 17, he's tried and convicted on first-degree murder. Sentenced to life in prison with no possibility of parole. So after a month, this young soul was found hanging in his cell with a note beneath his dangling feet that said, I wish my mother was given a chance. But it's funny how the traditions flows down the family tree, where society kills the man, and the man kills the woman kills the seed, and the seed kills the earth. Next one. Hey, look, man, I came from Richmond. I ain't gonna play it, you know what I'm saying? I came from Richmond, you know what I'm saying? Southside, born and raised Bill. Hey. So, next poem. This song called Broken, right? And a lot of times, I know I got 15 minutes, but I got to say this right here, like.
You said what?
Hold on, look, listen up for real. All jokes aside, I need y'all to listen, right? As men within itself, right? A lot of times, we don't like to admit when our feelings get hurt, when we love shawty, whatever the case may be. We might be broken in a steady case, like, you know, we already know, bro. Be like, man, you know, she did this, like, man, I ain't gonna fuck her, man. You know, that's what we do, right? We act like we not broken, but the moment that we sit right here and pretend that we not broken, we actually like begin to like really break ourselves, and broken people teach people how to break themselves, right? So in order for you to get to where you want to be in life, you gotta admit that I need help. I need some help. I need somebody to talk to, whatever the case may be. Like, so I want y'all to understand that if you feeling something, talk to somebody. You feel me? Alright, next one. I stand here before God, on my hands and knees, begging to breathe, for my heartbeat to stop beating. In between my visions, I have lost my vision. Upon conquering my self-reflection with a sense of value, but losing sight has made me less insightful. Struggling on a daily basis between dialogue of demons, constantly reminding me that I'm a broken man. Shattered into millions of pieces with secrets upon secrets. I never knew my disparities would make me a disparity. Hyperventilation leading to miscommunications. Trying to explain yourself to yourself is always a problematic equation, like isolating your ex by subtracting from both sides is not how you always find value in this world. But the world doesn't seem to speak a mathematical language. Like 1 + 1 is 3, 4 - 2 is 5, 6 divided by 6 is 6. No correct steps that add, subtract, or divide. So I multiply these thoughts of reason to give me reason to write this poem. Flipping the pages of a life's manuscript, demanding answers for a question like why does the world speak with a broken language? Standing in a dark room, spinning thoughts on a pad. I was told to express myself, but spoken word always seems to fall on deaf ears. But I hope they hear my screams written from the wall, baptized in the names of my forefathers, shackled with fear and anxiety, with contemplation of suicide. But is it still considered suicide when you're surrounded by a world that has already died? Questions after questions like why does the world speak with a broken core? Why is it proper to be broken but not proper to seek repair? Why did I choose fear over my freedom, wiping my blood off the floor before stitching my wounds? This is what happens when you let your demons make your decisions, like loving somebody that really hates you and killing something that really gives you life. But broken people always make broken decisions. I've tried over the years to stitch myself back together with glue and tape, but never managed to construct a solid foundation. As I watch my insecurities pour out the cracks of my state of being while spelling out my name. Coward. You can never face the man in the mirror if you never acknowledge the boy that was broken. Like how can a son tell his mother that he was molested by her oldest son? Or how can a daughter tell her mother that she was raped by her own brother? Or how can a broken people teach people how to break themselves? Because family secrets always leads to family sickness. And now we have a generation of hashtag Me Too's, like me too, you too, I did it too. Sweep it under the rug, but now we have mental issues like I want love, but I don't know how to properly love myself. Or if he hits you, that means he loves you. Or I love women with low self-esteem is because my mother never demanded nothing higher than herself. I hope y'all caught that. I never asked to be broken, but it's my God-given right to be prepared of a damaged world that spits on its own soil, but I seek the sun as a reminder that we are not only defined by our experiences, and that pain is always temporary. Next one. One more, right? Yeah, that's it. If a man chooses death over the gift of life, is he considered to be a fool? Does he have the right to turn his back on the world for the protection of his own identity? For the protection of his own innocence seems to be eradicated. Like if black man cries, he's considered weak. If black man shows no emotion, he's considered heartless. If black man gets angry, he's considered the angry black man. So if black man puts a foot in your ass, he's considered insane. Like he has no control or no consideration for peace. But if black man chooses peace over war, he's considered a coward, a punk, a pussy, a bitch, a strange man turned to strange fruit, on how we dangle from the minds that cast judgment before counsel. That a black man is only allowed to cry if he has lost the game on national TV. As if playing with a ball was the only permission we had to shed our tears in front of strangers. That our emotions are only convenient for profit. What's the profit of a man if he's already lost his soul? to a world that deemed him to be built like steel, but we were made from the same flesh of our parents. Boys built like boys, but boys taught to be men when they were still boys. So men was taught to never cry, to never fear, to never be weak, to never be soft, to never be a boy, to never act like a girl, but always act like a man. Keep your fist up, throw jabs and hooks towards the world, but never cry if you get punched in the face. See, masculinity is a fragile thing. One proper kiss from a woman can turn a man to dust, lifting him off his feet while sending him to a journey to self-love that he never knew existed. But society has groomed us to hide our hearts from the world, to keep our inner self a secret, and that we must ignore our own feelings for the sake of our own survival. That the moment we show love, our hearts get ripped from our chest. We fake it as if love is a sin, when love is just the language our fathers never spoke. That our families were built from a culture that considered cruelty for compassion, insensitive for empathy, inhumane for humane, ill-tempered for love. We're happy to bleed out and die in public, but wouldn't dare crack a tear in front of our wives and children. For the fear of us not being qualified to serve our families. That we've convinced the world that the idea of strength is to never be broken, but the idea of strength is that anything that's broken can place itself back together. For a heart that was made with a special ingredient from God, but what God would instruct the man to drown in the blood of his own ego? Like, are we not of our mother's flesh? Can we not acknowledge our own feelings in this world? Can we not be sad? Can we not show any emotion? Can we not cry without getting ridiculed? Can we not pretend that we are perfect giants? Can we not forget that we are not machines? We are humans. We are men that break. For anything that tries to look strong isn't strong at all. I asked another black man a question. Who do you go to vent to? He answered, a bottle of Jack Daniels with a 38 special, just in case I wanted to ease the pain forever. That I didn't want it to wake up in a world that considered my manhood a punching bag. That I must remain strong for everyone except myself. That my testosterone is expensive, that it has cost me my identity. For if she puts her hands on me, she's considered a crazy bitch. As if I put my hands on her, I'm considered a criminal. For a world that doesn't care for my position in paradise, but paradise was made to be built by me. By a man who never knew what a man was. I thank y'all, man, for listening. If you like anything that I said, I'm gonna go ahead and plug my information. You can hit me on Instagram. That's Khalil_Houston. That's KHALIL_Houston. I'm gonna say it again. KHALIL_Houston. Houston, Texas. Y'all got it? Y'all good? I appreciate y'all.